Some say I'm the voice, give my people hope. I'm the chosen one, some say I'm the GOAT. This that Holy Ghost, don't you overdose. This that living legend, hands around your fucking throat. Get it? I am a menace, I am the end and the fucking beginning. It ain't no question about who was the realest. Niggas are gimmicks, they gotta be kidding. Follow my lead and I'll show you the way. I am believing.
So, some of you have been watching this, circus happen right now around voting. Some of your favorite entertainers are pushing the voting agenda. Some of you that follow me on Instagram, if you're not following me on Instagram, you bullshit. Check the links in the description box. Follow me on Instagram. But I posted, it was Michael B. Jordan was walking around down in Georgia, going door to door, using his influence that way to get people to vote. Oprah Winfrey as well, walking around door to door, using her influence to guilt people into voting. She gave a speech, which I have a small snippet of that speech that I shared on Instagram that I'm going to play for you here in a second. And while you're listening to this speech that moved a lot of black people, whenever I saw this, I posted on a comment on the page I saw it on, and I said that this is political theater. Black people attacked me. And if you're one of those ones who realize that the power is not in the vote, then you've been attacked as well. So we are kindred spirits that way. I'm going to share this small snippet of this video, and while you're watching it, really listen to what she's saying. And once this is done, I'm going to come back in here and we're going to talk about this bullshit that she's panhandling off to guilt people into voting.
For all those who paved the way that we might have the right to vote. And for anybody here who has an ancestor who didn't have the right to vote, and you are choosing not to vote wherever you are in this state, in this country, you are dishonoring your family.
And the Negroes go wild.
You are disrespecting and disregarding their legacy, their suffering and their dreams when you don't vote. So honor your legacy. Honor your legacy. Honor your right to citizenship in this, which is the greatest country in the world. The greatest country in the world. And the right to vote is like the crown we all get to wear. Maya used to say, baby, your crown has been paid for, so put it on your head and wear. For all those who paved the way.
Let me stop this. Now, Oprah Winfrey is the last person that needs to be sitting around talking about honoring some fucking legacy. This is the same woman who refuses to rebuild any schools here in America. Now, she did donate to some Hogwarts school, some white school down in Georgia. Meanwhile, the inner city black school, and particularly we can talk about the one in Baltimore. If y'all remember last winter, they were frozen out of their classrooms. It didn't move her or anything about honoring our ancestors to go do something to help those children. This is who Oprah is. She likes to come out here. You don't really see her talking much about, black people being gunned down by cops, 3Ks. Don't get this shit fucked up. This justice system allowing this to happen. These lynchings of black men that are ruled to suicide. You don't really hear Oprah come out much and say anything about this. But now that we're talking about vote, no, she going door to door. She giving speeches telling people who don't vote that they're dishonoring their families. This is what she's decided to say. This is y'all's girl, Oprah Winfrey. Now, people saw this. I even seen people talking about they cried when they watched their whole speech, because this ain't the whole thing, apparently. But I refuse to sit and watch the whole goddamn speech, because I'm not going to listen to this bullshit. Every year, they find a new person or new people to come out here and do this shit. Y'all saw the video I made about Michelle Obama having some type of telethon or some shit like that, where she can get a bunch of famous black people to come and tell black people to go vote, exercise their right to vote, which all they're doing is telling you to go vote Democrat. They won't add that part. They just want to tell black people to go vote because they already know that black people have been manipulated by the Democrats already. So black people are going to vote Democrat, bar none. You have a couple people out here who are deciding to vote Republican because they believe that the Republican Party has some interest of black people at heart. It's foolishness. It's ignorant. But Oprah is banking on the fact that black people are ignorant and will continue to vote Democrat because Republicans are the reason that shit's fucked up out here, not Democrats. It's the Republicans. That's the assumption that's made by talking to people about their ancestors. That means you talking specifically to black people. But there's a couple things that Oprah refuses to say specifically to black people. But telling people to go vote isn't one of those things. There are many other things that Oprah could be saying. She could be using her influence for people like Michael B. Jordan and herself, Michelle Obama. There are many things that they could be saying. But they're choosing to use their power and influence to get black people to go vote Democrat. Now, if you've paid attention to any amount of would be this political arena, then you understand what Democrats have done, which is nothing outside of symbolic gestures that they hoist up and act like this is for you black people, when no, there's nothing specifically happening for black people per the Democratic Party. This isn't something that's happening. To continue to act like black people don't vote is disingenuous. I got into a debate with a young black woman on Instagram about this because she felt some type of way about me saying this is political theater. I got into a debate with her, and she gives the same talking points. Well, y'all sitting around complaining and you're not doing anything. Voting is the way. We need to change this. And because black people haven't voted in large numbers consistently, this is the reason that mostly white politicians are in office. Now, this is wrong, y'all. It is wrong. It is the false narrative. I don't know where the fuck y'all getting this shit from. Because when you look at the numbers per state, black, white, in this country, white people outnumber y'all. They outnumber us. That's just simple facts. And if the numbers matter, which they want to pretend that numbers matter, then typically you're going to have more white people voting. There are a number of white people who don't vote. Black people are told to go vote for Democrats, which Democratic white people vote for Democrats too. So to paint this up as some type of liberation is ridiculous. To paint this up as something that you should be shaming black people for, not shaming the people who murdered black people. Not shaming those people. You're not coming out to shame them. You're not coming out to shame white supremacy, institutional racism. You refuse to use your voice for that. But you want to shame black people. Say we're dishonoring our families for not voting. Black people been voting for a long time, y'all. And stop letting people tell you that we haven't. In a lot of areas, white people just outnumber black people. That's just all it is to it. And there still are going to be Democrats elected. They're riding for these black politicians. Fine. These black politicians get in position of power. And y'all gonna see what happens. Same thing that's been happening with these other black people that have been elected to these political positions of power. You'll see the same results. I really do hope that every person that black people want to win. I hope that for black people. I want to see that for black people. These black candidates that y'all acting like are some new phenomenon. Black people been getting into political positions in this political arena. But I hope everybody wins that y'all want. I want them to win. So you can see. Maybe this will be what it takes for y'all. Because we have seen more black people last year, 2017 through 2018. We've seen a number of black judges be appointed, black DAs, black police chiefs, black sheriffs, like, black governors, black mayors. We seeing all this shit jump off. What is it changing for black people? Is the question that you have to ask yourself. While we running down to the polls in large number, we still not unified. We're unified to be pawns. We'll unify for that. Oprah will, she'll push you into doing that. But we're not unified in supporting black businesses, building black infrastructure. We're not unified in those types of things at all. We unified to go vote. Unified to try to shame the people who don't vote. We're unified for those things. But we're not unified to actually build a foundation. Oprah's not putting her money up to build any type of infrastructure in any city. The water in Flint still fucked up. Y'all remember that? Some of y'all done forgot about that. I didn't forget about it because now there's a new story coming out of New Jersey. They water fucked up. Lead in Jersey. Nobody's talking about that though. And the governor that was responsible for Flint's water, which was a white man, Schneider's old bitch ass, he ain't been voted out. Ain't nothing happening to him. This arena is fake. It's fake. Because the people aren't unified behind each other. We not unified with each other. So y'all can stand behind all the black politicians you want. It's not going to matter. Because we not doing what we should be doing on a ground level to evoke change. We're continuing to fight daily, think everything's a fucking game, laugh, joke around, party, get drunk, get high, kill each other for no fucking reason. This is what we do. It don't matter who's in the political office that's representing black people. Because they ain't about to do nothing for black people. They got to do something for everybody. Same thing they told y'all when Obama was president. He not just your president. You might have went and voted for him. But he ain't black folks' president. He can't do that. The mayor of in these areas, they're not just black people's mayors. They're not just black people's governors, police chiefs, judges, DAs. They're not just going to be something that y'all get to go give some demands to and shit happen. That's not how this works. People, it doesn't matter if you want it to work like that, if you're hoping that it works like that. That's just not how it works. And we're not learning that lesson. Because people stand up clapping for Oprah, telling people who don't vote that they dishonoring their families. Who are we dishonoring on a daily basis? Not fuck this voting season. We dishonoring our ancestors on a daily fucking basis. Not just right now. Not just this, Oprah. What the fuck are you talking about? We dishonoring our ancestors every single day by continuing to fall for the same fucking tricks every single day. They didn't have the knowledge. We do. They didn't have the foresight. Well, now we in 2018, we've seen it. We've seen what's happened since 1965 when the Voting Rights Act was passed. We've seen what's happened, what's taking place here. Black people still aren't unified. Black people still only showing pride in February. It's the only time blackness even matters to y'all. I understand that people want to say that people die for the right to vote. And I get that argument. But they didn't die, y'all. They were murdered. And the people that murdered them scot-free got off. No problems, because this justice system is made to protect those people. The murderers. People that's lynching black people out here, they're ruling the suicide. You can vote for whoever you want. But until we come together and get fed up with this fuckery, voting ain't about to matter. Voting doesn't matter at all. That's why you don't see other communities trying to rally around voting. You don't see Asians talking about no goddamn voting. You're not going to see that. Because they're just going to be building infrastructure. They'll be focused. They even had on this post here that I shared, it was Angela Rye, if I'm saying it right, who is an intelligent woman in some instances, but she is another person. I'll pull this up. It was Angela and Nick Cannon. They were doing some speaking. And let me just, I'll play this for y'all. All right, because it's a short clip. I'm going to play this for y'all. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Look at this shit. Even the smart ones.
I'm going to keep this very short. What is voting? When you say what is voting, to me, I say it's a facade. Like, I treat voting, this whole government, like I treat video games. I know this shit ain't real, but I'm going to play.
The folks in it that are apathetic and say my vote doesn't matter, you have been conditioned to believe that. I believe that's a problem that began on the slave master's plantation.
In my opinion, government, politics, a lot of it is just pageantry, but I love the pageantry. They just, to your point, voting to me is like shadow boxing. You ain't really fighting.
That's not to my point.
But no,
to your point.
Why I gotta vote on some shit you already supposed to give to me? I was in these communities, in the hood, in the projects, jails and prisons, and they telling me like, nigga, we ain't voting. We gotta pay these bills.
If your vote didn't matter, why are they working so hard to keep it from you?
Y'all saying the first step is to vote. My daddy don't know how to read. What are we supposed to do?
Can I give you a hug first for having the courage to say that? I know that's a lot of pressure. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna keep this.
That was a small clip. Now, Angela Rye is one of those people who's smart. I won't take away from her intelligence. She's eloquent. She's able to speak up in areas where white people are trying to push their points, and she's able to intelligently talk them down. I'll give her that. But Angela is another motherfucker that's out here that has been tricked. She's been fooled. Now, Nick Cannon, he has a small point. Now, this whole, I like the pageantry, I'm going to just play the game. I don't understand Nick when he says that. Like, if you know it's fake, why are you playing? That's one of our hugest problems. Like, stand on the fact that it's fake and don't participate. That's simple to me, but Nick Cannon's closer than she is. You know, she's talking about how, you know, people have been trying to stop black people from having the right to vote. Like that means voting means something. No, that is white people in this racist society trying to show their power over you. They don't think that you're even a part of this, so your voice shouldn't matter at all. Not that it's effective, but they're just trying to dominate over you. That's what that's about. Them trying to stop black people. They don't even think we smart. And, you know, honestly, a lot of times I'm sitting around looking at it, shaking my goddamn head like, wait a minute, are they on to something? Like, are we dumb as fuck? I don't know. I don't want to think that about my people, but god damn, you know, it's kind of like that. Like, they don't even respect your opinion. They don't want you speaking. Same reason they want you drinking out of their water fountains. It's just a show of their sick ass racist power. Doesn't mean that the voting means anything. Doesn't mean that it means anything at all. But Angela, she's pushing this narrative. Angela and her minions are pushing this narrative to get y'all to go vote Democrat. Because really, if black folk was talking about voting Republican, they wouldn't nobody be talking about y'all to exercise y'all right to vote. They'll be shaming you. Because the power to black people is to vote Democrat. That's power. That's people who care about you. This is problematic to me. It's problematic as fuck to me. That even our smart and our most influential are sitting around panhandling this fuckery out to the people, making it like it's real. Like Nick said, like, motherfuckers in the hood, like, look, I got to go to work. I got to pay these bills. And there ain't one candidate up there that's about to stop that. That ain't changing. I'm still being overcharged for lights, gas, water, taxes. Ain't none of the motherfuckers doing nothing about that. They're not even talking about that. They're not even talking about white supremacy. They're not even telling you why you in the hood. Why was you born here? These aren't conversations that are had. So before a motherfucker shames me into voting, I'm not going to just vote for somebody because they're black. You can't shame me that way because I know what blackface means. I've seen how that tool is being used. There isn't a motherfucker that I've seen out here campaigning, talking about shit that I care about. And so you can't shame me into voting because somebody talking about goddamn tax reform and health care. If you ain't talking about universal health care for the entire nation, I don't want to hear what the fuck you talking about. You know about no health care. Have you seen the bills that come with health care? Why the fuck am I paying this much for different insurances? Why ain't no businesses around here for me to even work at if you live in the hoods and the ghettos? How did I get here? What's redlining? Why didn't y'all fix that? Why didn't somebody come reline after y'all got done saying y'all was done being racist as fuck? Nobody's talking about that. The 3-century head start. Nobody's talking about that. So I don't have anybody to vote for. It's that simple. You can't shame me. I don't have a candidate. And just because they're black don't mean shit to me. They're not talking about taking this system down. Talking about how corrupt it is. Explaining lobbying to people. How money controls this thing. How we live in an oligarchy. Nobody's talking about that. So who the fuck am I vote for? You can try to shame me, but I don't have a candidate to vote for. Because anybody that would be out here talking like that would end up dead. Ain't that fucked up? Same way they're killing these goddamn holistic doctors. They'll just kill people for telling the truth. Why ain't y'all talking about that? Why can this government run around killing people for telling the truth? Like, what the fuck? This would be the shit I would be concerned with. But ain't no candidates talking like that. They talking political talk. Calling white people racist. And black people stand up and clap. Like, I don't need a black person to come call white people racist. I don't need that. Huh. That's all the fuck I wanted to say, man. I'm done talking about this voting shit, really. Again, I hope that, everybody that black people want win, and I hope they win. Just like y'all was hoping Barack won, he won. And you see what happened. Nothing. Nothing happened for you black people. And I don't know what it's going to take for y'all to see that. I don't know how many more black candidates y'all need in positions for y'all to see that. Because good people cannot go into a corrupt system and make change in that corrupt system. And that's not how it works. You didn't write it up. It's not your system. But that's all the fuck I want to say, y'all. This is a pivotal moment in black history. It will go down as a pivotal moment in black history. And when we'll see these influential people coming out here to deceive, to lack the knowledge even, just to use guilt tactics. Who the fuck are we supposed to vote for? I can't go run, they'll kill me. They'll take me out. Why ain't that a problem? They're making it about Trump. He lost the popular vote. I can't say that enough. All these smart people never bring that up. I don't get it. That's all the fuck I want to say, y'all. Comment if you feel need to comment. Like, share, subscribe. Mad love, y'all. Shout out Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out.